Hey there, Mama, and welcome back to Teach Your Littles at Home. I'm Lauren Brainerd, and I honestly can't believe how fast our week flew by. It's already Friday again. We're done with our Apple Week, and I'm already thinking about the theme that we're doing next week. I hope you were able to tune into the show last week and listen to episode 33, where we talked all about apples. And I hope that you were able to take these activity ideas and have the same level of fun in your home this week that we did here in ours. If you did, I would absolutely love for you to pop into our Teach Your Littles at Home Facebook group, which I've linked in the show notes for you, and share a little bit about how your week went. As I mentioned last week, I'm sharing our themes a week ahead because I want to give you some time to prep for the next week and feel prepared to teach your little one at home come Monday morning. If you're following along in our free curriculum map, which I'll link for you in case you don't have it, we are jumping into week 2, which means our theme next week is all about rainbows. We are learning about the world of colors, and I hope that you are able to create some amazing memories with your little ones. And I hope this episode helps you to feel prepared for next week. Hey there, Mama. I'm Lauren Brainerd, and this is Teach Your Littles at Home. I'm so excited you have tuned in as I share fun and hands-on activities you can use right away to help you play and learn with your little ones. So let's dive right into today's episode so you can make more memories than you ever dreamed of. Week 1 was so much fun, and I'm equally excited for week 2. Before I share all about the rainbow activities that I've already planned out, I want to give you 3 organizational tips as you head into this week. Every week, we are doing art projects, and I love saving all of these art projects, but I quickly found with my oldest son that there were not enough boxes in our house to store every single piece of paper and every single project that we did. My husband didn't love the piles around the house, and I hate to just store all these things away. So last week, after we made the apple craft that I shared about in episode 33, I'm excited to tell you I turned a wall space in our new house into an artwork display wall. So right when you walk in from the garage, we have a little hallway, and there's nothing on those walls. So I started in the top left corner. I put up our apple craft, and I'm going to be adding one thing from each week that is our favorite craft or project. I love having a display wall because you can really see growth over time in your child's creativity, their fine motor skills, and it's just the most precious timeline of all the hard work that you and your child did throughout the year. So I encourage you this year to find a spot to put one thing up each week. And it will also help to hold us busy moms accountable to doing at least one activity every week. The second tip for you comes in my favorite Sterilite clip boxes. I've linked these in the show notes, and if you do not have a bin that you are absolutely in love with for sensory bins, then please run to Amazon and try one of these. The large size is perfect for sensory bins. The lid clips right on, they don't break easily, and you can store several different types of filler that you use regularly, like beans, rice, oats, or even shredded paper, and then stack each bin one on top of another. They don't take up very much space, and it will really help you when you're prepping. This way, when you're ready to prep a new sensory bin, you just go grab the bin you need, add in your activity cards, little toys, manipulatives, whatever you're using, clip the lid on, and it's ready to go. The third way I stay organized every week is I make a weekly folder out of construction paper. So just take a large 11 by 17 inch sheet of construction paper, fold it in half, and then staple a large Ziploc bag on the inside. Every Monday morning, we color the cover page from the unit we're working on, and then I just paste it onto the front of that construction paper folder. When I'm prepping for the week, I take all the little cutout pieces I do in advance and I store them in that Ziploc baggie. And then any printed papers go in there, and then it turns into this great keepsake because as we complete activities throughout the week, I just slip them in there. Then I just have this one folder to store from the whole week, put it in one box, and by the end of the year, you will have 40 weeks of little mini folders that show everything your child worked on all year long in a nice, organized, neat system. I hope these 3 organizational tips help you as you go through the year, and it helps you to keep your activities neat and tidy and helps to keep all that mess off the kitchen counter. Now let's get into Rainbow Week. Here are 5 simple activities you can do with your little one to explore colors in really fun and hands-on ways. Number 1, we are learning about the letter R and rainbows this week. So we are beginning our first activity with an R is for rainbow coloring page. I know you're super busy, so if you want to save time this week, make sure to download my Rainbow Toddler activity pack that I've linked in the show notes. And you can just print out any of the activity pages so that you don't have to make them yourself. If you do not have the unit, you're going to want to start by drawing a rainbow with 6 stripes on a piece of paper. Then give your child crayons or markers in all the rainbow colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. When I say give to your child, I don't mean all at once. What you're going to do is review the name of each color together one at a time. So I like to hold up one crayon and see if my child knows the color. And if she doesn't, I keep it simple and say, this is red. Let's color the first stripe in the rainbow red. Then we keep going through the rest of the colors in the rainbow as we color each stripe. For our second rainbow craft, we're having a snack and making a rainbow. You will need a box of colored cereal that comes with each color of the rainbow. You can grab our cereal rainbow printout from the unit and a bottle of liquid glue. Now let's talk about liquid glue for a moment. Memorize this phrase, ... not a lot, because this will become your best friend during this craft. First, have your child sort the cereal into 6 cups by color, and they're going to glue each rainbow stripe in the correct color. As you need to use liquid glue, you can squeeze this on for your child, or if you're really brave, you can use the phrase ... not a lot and have them make their own glue dots and paste on their cereal pieces. If you want to see a completed sample, just click the link in the show notes to my blog to see a craft when I completed this with my son a few years ago. This craft does take a little bit longer, but it is such a fun fine motor activity and color recognition activity as your child builds the entire rainbow out of the colored cereal pieces. For our next activity, we are learning about what happens when we mix our primary colors together in our color mixing sensory bags. So you're going to place 2 primary colors. Remember, our primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Choose 2 colors of liquid paint and squeeze them into a Ziploc bag. Seal it really well on top. I even like to take it an extra step and take a large piece of masking tape and put that over the top opening of the bag. Make sure it hangs over a little bit on the sides, and that way if for some reason the bag were to open a little bit, you have that extra layer of protection. Then let your child squish and press and mix the colors together and see what new color they create. When they mix red and yellow together, you're going to come out with the color orange. When they mix blue and yellow together, they'll make green. And when they mix blue and red, they'll make purple. These 3 primary colors, when we mix them in different ways, give us those 3 secondary colors of orange, green, and purple. After they've found the magic of the new color, they can even draw shapes or letters with their fingers on top of the bag. The best part is they will leave this activity with a clear idea of how the colors in the rainbow are made as those colors blend together as they squeeze their primary colors together. For our 4th activity, we are playing a color hop gross motor game to get their wiggles out. Just draw big colored circles on paper and tape them to the floor. Have your child hop from one circle to the next, naming the name of the color each time they land on one. This is a great activity to pull out between every single activity since they get their wiggles out, and because we know our toddlers can't sit still for long, they are also going to be learning color names while they build the skill of hopping. For our 5th activity, we are making a craft. So to begin, you will need a large letter R printed on a piece of paper. You can print right from the unit to save you time, or you can, of course, make your own. Then brush liquid glue inside the block letter R and let your child sprinkle rainbow sprinkles right on top of the letter. As you're going through it, point to the letter, say this is the letter R, give your child lots of opportunities to say the name, to recognize it, and to work on using their pincer grasp, which is where they pinch with 2 fingers to drop the sprinkles inside the letter. Just be prepared, your child will probably want to nibble a couple of sprinkles along the way. Rainbow Week is such a fun way to explore colors with your little ones. With just a little prep, you'll be able to wake up Monday morning feeling ready to go. I can't wait to hear about how your child loves these activities over in the Facebook group. If you ever have questions or just want to share something you're working on, hop into that group anytime. It is filled with so many mamas who are all at home working with their little ones just like you are. If you're looking for even more rainbow activities, be sure to check out my Rainbow Toddler Activities unit in my shop for 25 activities that will give you a complete week of learning. Since you have listened all the way to the end of the show, make sure to use the code TEACHYOURLITTLES in my Etsy shop for 20% off your entire purchase. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you back here next Friday with another week of toddler fun. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Teach Your Littles at Home. I hope you are feeling so inspired to create a new activity to do right away with your little ones.
If you like listening to my mommy, will you please leave her a review?
Before you head off to plan the next activity, would you mind leaving me a quick review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you are listening from? This is the only way for me to know if you're finding my tips, activities, and advice helpful, and I get so excited reading each and every review. I hope this episode has left you feeling empowered to try something new with your kids this week. And if so, would you please hit the share button and share this episode with another one of your mama friends who also wants to create activities with her little ones. I can't wait to share even more fun activities with you on our next episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day playing and making memories with your little ones.